Good afternoon and happy Friday, everybody. My name is Robert Sasaki and I am the Product Development Manager for the Caribbean region. And today we wanted to talk to you a little bit about Turks and Caicos. Today I have a special guest with me, David.
Hi, yes, David Jones. I'm on the account development team at Classic, I guess known as ADS as well. I've been with the company right now, it's almost about 16 and a half years with a year hiatus there. But I'm back and yeah, we're ready to go. I think Rob's going to take Turks and Caicos, just a presentation to start us off with the destination and, the perks and the benefits of it all. And I think we're going to compare families versus couples on this one.
Perfect, sounds good. And David is one of the most experienced sellers we have for Turks. So just honored by his presence here today. Turks and Caicos, made up of over 40 islands and keys. The great thing about Turks is it's only an hour and a half from Florida or 3 hours from New York. Easy to get there. And there's direct access or direct lift from over 11 gateways in the US. So ease of getting there, you don't even need to worry. Once you get there, most of the properties are within a 15-minute transfer from the airport. We have VIP arrival, fast track services to really get you through quickly. This is incredibly helpful over peak season and over festive. But if you just want to skip the line, it's good year round as well. The main island we have in Turks is Providenciales, or better known as Provo. We also sell some of the boutique islands like Ambergris Key, Parrot Key, and we also have a property on South Caicos as well. So what makes Turks and Caicos such a special island? Well, first and foremost, it's been rated the world's best beach by Condé Nast, by Travel and Leisure, and that's really Grace Bay Beach on the main island of Provo. Beyond just the beach though, you have great diving, you have shopping, a really, really good culinary island in the Caribbean that many people may not be aware of. But you have everything from the Conch Shack, if you're looking for local specialties, the Thursday Fish Fry, right next to Waimara Resort. So if you have guests staying at Waimara, it's an absolute must. And then you have more of the formal restaurants. You have Coco Bistro, Parallel 23, get Grace's Cottage. It's really a melting pot of different types of cuisine. So really fantastic if you have a family or even a couple with varying tastes in what they like to eat. So options for everybody. Turks and Caicos is really known for its world-class luxury properties, and that is throughout Provo. It's on South Caicos, on Parrot Key. There's really something for everybody. There's the all-inclusive properties. We have family-friendly properties, and when we say family-friendly, you have multi-bedroom accommodations. You also have standalone villas if you want a little bit more privacy. We have adults-only properties. We have boutique properties. We have large properties with water parks and multiple villages. We have private island escapes in Como, Parrot Key, and Ambergris Key. So really, the type of accommodations are so varied, and there's definitely something for everybody. What I wanted David's expertise here was that, we had a little bit of a debate. Is Turks better for families or is it better for couples? So in all of David's experience, he feels like it's the most amazing romantic destination. So David, why do you think it's great for romance?
Turks and Caicos is the place to be, man. If you're on a honeymoon anniversary, if it's kind of that wow factor that you're going to look for, you have to start with Turks and Caicos. Is the Caribbean, the white sand, the turquoise water, it's unparalleled. When we went to Grace Bay, one of my favorite properties of all. And it's, once you get to the island, it's just a peace and calm. And once you get there, it's really smooth from the start. You get off your plane at the airport, you're guided directly to your cab. There's not a lot of hustle bustle. There's no wait arounds. You get right there. You start to cruise down this relaxed scenery. It's not the nightlife that you might see on any of those, in Cancun or anything, but that's not what you're going there for. You're going for the beautiful beach. One of the, probably like Rob said, the best beaches in the world is kind of, I think already sort of been voted. You get to the Grace Bay and it starts immediately. The luxury you get, the calmness of it all. Grace Bay is a family-friendly resort. However, they do have an adults-only section, which is really, really catered to and refined for adults. And it gives you that piece of sense to where some of the other, like for example, if you went to an adults-only property, you know you're going to have nothing but couples. But I think sometimes the mistakenly lure of family-friendly properties with adults-only sections that you kind of get a little bit of everything. You can see how families interact, and that kind of sparks a little bit like, hey, okay, we got that out of us. Now we know for sure we want to be alone. We want our peace time. We want our romance. And then once you get to the beach, it's, you know, open and shut case. You know,
that's it. Once you get to the beach.
Once you get to the beach, it's it. You know, you really don't have to do much. You can do a lot of outer things. You can travel. You can ride your bikes around a little portion of the island if you like. I think a lot of people go to Turks and Caicos is literally go for romance. They want to be alone. They want to be together with the person they love. And if that's what you need, that's what you'll get at Grace Bay. The food is amazing. The restaurant, the bar, it's very entertaining, but at the same time, it's not overbearing at all. It's very luxurious, upscale. Grace Bay has some of the best rooms there. The staff is, you know, unparalleled as well. And aside from it being a 5-star property, it's just, it has a little bit of everything. But I think the romance is you're going to find yourself on the beach, and that's where you're going to go back for the beach, and the beach, and the beach. And another property I think we're going to go to next is Como. I think that would be my second most romantic property we looked at. Now, you know, I'll let you kind of tackle, I think, Grace Bay for families compared, but I honestly think Grace Bay is more of a romantic couple's place to be. Aside from the beach, the exclusivity of that adults-only section, I don't think you can beat it.
Fortunate enough to visit Como last June, and that property is amazing because you're on a private island. If you want to grab a bike and bike around the island, you can do that with a loved one. I mean, really, Como is great both ways. They added a new private kids club where they have a guy take the kid around or the kids around all day. Beautiful beaches. I mean, really, whether you're at Parakeet or Grace Bay, it doesn't matter. The sand is white powder, like David mentioned. And really, the nice thing about Como is that you have these standalone villas. So if you have a larger, you can take a whole villa for yourself. They go up to 11 bedrooms. The largest is Donna Karen's actual private residence that is available to book. And if you need something smaller, it goes down to 4 bedrooms. A little bit smaller than that. Some of their marquee units would be their 2-bedroom beach house. That's one of the biggest sellers for Classic. It's basically a freestanding 2-bedroom. It has that driftwood beach house look. There's a private pool in front of it. And once you go beyond the private pool, you're directly on that beach. Turks and Caicos is great for families.
Okay.
I don't have little ones. If I did, though, I would definitely look at Beaches, Turks and Caicos. You're talking about multiple villages. You're talking about 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, however large your family is. Water parks. For the older teens, you have video game rooms, tween clubs. They have I believe it's over 20 different restaurants. So, I mean, if you have kids that like all different kinds of cuisines, you're kind of covered there. Butler service, babysitting, tennis, basketball, spa, volleyball, boutiques and shops. Sesame Street. What kid doesn't like Sesame Street? You see Big Bird walking down. I mean, they'll eat that up. So that's a fantastic resort for families.
I get it. Just to touch on a little bit, if I can, with beaches, though, for families, I think beaches is probably one of the most properties I've sold throughout the year as a whole. Beaches, Turks and Caicos in particular. That property sells out 2 to 3 years in advance. It's hard for us to get there and keep up, but I have customers and clients that will guarantee to book at least 12 to 13 months in anticipation of that property. And again, it's just whatever villa you're in, it's you're right there on the property. Like you said, it's everything for every age group at the family. Even I have some couples that would go just to beaches as a couple, and I question and they say just love it. It's kind of a Disneyland kind of atmosphere in the Caribbean with that powdery sand beach, with that turquoise water, and it's all inclusive. So how do you beat that? So
I don't think we're gonna find an answer. Couples versus families. I give up. I'm sorry. You can go either way. You can't go wrong. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to some of our other properties. If you're looking for all inclusive, you have the Alexandra. Great for families, multi-bedrooms. You have Blue Haven, multi-bedrooms, and it's off Grace Bay, so it's a little bit more secluded. And then we have Beach House, which is adults only. It's about 30 keys. It's a very small, boutique, intimate experience. And then for something a little bit more off the beaten path without going too far, you have Sail Rock, which is in South Caicos. I mean, if you're looking for boutique, Sail Rock is the epitome of boutique. And then additionally, we have Ambergris Key, which is about a 12-minute flight from PLS Airport. Man, Ambergris Key, there's 10 freestanding units. Each of them have a private pool. Directly on the beach. It's a private island. It's owned by a bank. They have their own fire station. They have lagoons. I mean, really, if you're trying to get away and unplug, it's amazing. And then even on the main island of Provo, we can't forget our other properties there, like 7 Stars, great for families, great pool area. We have Waimara, which is a little bit more chic. It's a little bit more, I say sexy. I don't know if there's another word for that, but it is kind of sexy.
Yeah, that's a good word.
And, you know, West Bay Club, Point Grace, the Somerset. I mean, there's so many fantastic properties. You really can't go wrong. What you choose.
Turks and Caicos is one of the islands that, if given a chance, I'd go there year after year after year. You know what I mean? It's just one of those places. Everything about it, you can't go wrong. Great for families, it's safe for families, comfortable, cozy, it's intimate, it's upscale, looks luxurious, and for couples, it's a perfect place to be, if you ask me.
I don't think we'll have a winner. Really, families and couples that go to Turks are winners. So we'll leave it at that. For all of you that joined us today, you know, we really appreciate it. We hope you stay safe and keep dreaming, because, you know, this is going to come back sooner rather than later.